This is a Heart and Hand production.
Hello everyone, my name's David Edgar, I'm the host of Heart and Hand, the Rangers podcast, and I'm joining you tonight live from Ibrox after Rangers defeated St Mirren by 2-1 to end what has been a pretty miserable year 2025 to a Rangers fan, to be honest, but ending it with 3 points and a hard fought victory against a good side. And a bit like Motherwell at the weekend with St Mirren, they may not be the most fashionable name or traditionally one of the bigger clubs in Scotland, but they are one of the more effective ones in the league at the moment. And given their recent record against Rangers, they would have come here with plenty of confidence. The manager made a few changes, Danny Rule, to the Rangers side tonight. In particular, John Souttar coming back in for his first start for a couple of months anyway, after getting a few minutes the other day. And Rangers actually started okay. Again, though, there was a lack of cutting edge that was causing us problems with Moore and Gassama not at their best tonight. It meant that a lot of our creative edge was blunted. However, I have to say I thought Yusuf Chermiti had probably his best game for Rangers so far in terms of his link-up play and his hold-up play. We didn't create much for him inside the box, but Rangers did start to make chances as the half went on and then forced a real spell of pressure after about the half-hour mark, and it culminated in a goal that Rangers did deserve. It was a very well-worked set piece. Magoma, who'd taken an in-swinger just before, and it had been cleared. We got another corner. Magoma played a 1-2 with Tav, delivered an excellent ball in, and there was Tello Asgard to make it 2-2 games with an excellent header, and the manager praised him afterwards, his physicality. The manager said he's changed his position since he came in, putting him on the other flank from the one he previously played in, because he said that on the other flank he wants too many touches and he wants him playing quicker, which I think is a key lesson for this Rangers side in general. And Rangers then Rangers then extended that lead in the second half early on. Again, it was a set piece, and it was Yusuf Chermiti with a terrific ball in after the first set piece had been cleared, and there was Manuel Fernandes, who is a goal threat. He gets on the end of things. He did again, bundled past the goalkeeper, and Rangers were 2 up. And at that point it looked as though we may go on and make it 3. Gassama had an excellent effort in which he beat a few St Mirren players before. His shot deflected, but the keeper got down to make a good stop. The St Mirren were given a penalty, a baffling one, for the supporters in the ground for a handball. They don't make clear in here what has gone on, and it's very difficult for paying customers to know what is going on inside the stadium. It's fine for TV viewers who've got the benefit of replays, but in here they've got to get better at showing what has gone on rather than just putting the words up on the screen. However, Super Jack Butland in goal, he's become the absolute penalty king this season, and he got down to make the stop. And at that point I thought Rangers were home and hosed, but there's always time for drama with this team, and it was more self-inflicted problems. Tav, rather than just clearing his lines, decides to take a touch and go back to his own goal. It goes to a St Mirren player, it then ends up in a corner and they score from the corner. No need for it at all, and it's that kind of silly mistake, and from an experienced player in Tav who's not in good form, and it could have cost us because St Mirren came at us there. I have to say I thought we managed the game pretty well from then on in. I do have to give a shout out to the ref tonight, someone by the name of Ryan Fry. Did he get given the opportunity to referee a game at Ibrox for his Christmas? Because they're a grade 1 referee, my goodness. Look, we all have to start somewhere, and he may go on to be a brilliant ref, but he was awful tonight, totally overawed by the situation, making random decisions and just bad. Then again, given what we see in the top league in Scotland, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised that he hasn't come in looking like a hairy Pierluigi Collina. But overall, a good solid win for Rangers tonight. Danny Rule spoke afterwards, said he was happy for 75 minutes, but not so much with the last 15, but it was important to get there. And he has been getting results. That's the thing, he's been getting results. Nobody is fooled about this Rangers team, but we said when he came in, he had to get us to January transfer window with as little damage done as possible. He's done that, and he's done it well. He deserves credit for that because he has not been working with a strong squad, but he's picked up results. Long way to go in terms of performances, but I remember that first 3 months of the season, I'm sure you do too, so we'll take these wins. St Mirren are a good side, they proved that, they won the League Cup, and Motherwell, we said on Saturday they were a good side, and they proved it again tonight by beating Celtic. So yeah, 6 good points. Roll on Saturday. Anyway, just before I go, I just want to wish you all a happy new year when it comes tomorrow night. Thank you very much for sticking with me throughout this year. I'll be back here hopefully next year when things, fingers crossed, improve for the team that we all love. But may I wish you and your family a very happy new year when it comes. On the Teds. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.